I want to talk about this article right here. Should Jermall Charlo be stripped of his WBC title? The truth of the matter is, Jermall Charlo is the future of PBC fighters. The future that Adrian Broner just swerved. Okay? Because Jermall Charlo is in that position because he's following Al Haymon's blueprint. Everybody knows Jermall Charlo was sitting on the sideline trying to land a big old payday. Everybody know between the two brothers, Jermell is the real fighter. But even if Jermall is lacking on the side of this, that, the third, he still can go out here and fight. Okay? The truth of the matter is, we all know that he didn't have no back injury. The truth is, he might have could have lost that next fight. And in case you don't know what's going on over at PBC, they're trying to maintain as many champions as possible. Okay? They're doing the same thing with Jermall Charlo that Al Haymon did with Leo Santa Cruz. They let Leo Santa Cruz parlay and hold on to his title long enough to harvest him for Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay? That's the same thing what's going on with Jermall Charlo. And it's true. He has literally fell off the map. He has literally done nothing. Why is he still able to hold that belt? Keep in mind the video about Roy Jones when he said he got stripped of a belt for trying to fight the best. Here, this man hasn't fought at all and still holding on to a belt. That just shows you the reach of Al Haymon reaches to the WBC and Mauricio Sulaiman. Because it should not be acceptable, but you know how WBC get down. We be crooks. We already know that. This is why Riddick Bowe threw that thing in the garbage. That's exactly why. But he is a representation of the future of what it's going to be like over there. And this is the thing. I don't knock Al Haymon for being a businessman because I know in business, one of the main rules of business is you don't use your own money. I know that. But the point is his business practice that he's trying to bring into the sport of boxing is not conducive for the sport of boxing. And it doesn't look out for any of the fans in boxing. I give him props for being a shrewd businessman. Credit. I know business ain't fair. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. I understand all that. But at the end of the day, it's pushing the sport in the sewer. And being that he got the most, I would say, name-known popular American boxers, you got the American boxing scene out here looking weak. It's just the truth. But all Jermall is doing is following the blueprint. The same blueprint that Errol Spence is following. Now, this is the thing. Had he set the tone that you're going to have to work for these big paydays and eventually fight somebody, then maybe these guys would be conditioned to go in there and actually know what it's like to have to do some heavy load lifting to actually get them checks. But he's been paying them great for doing nothing. So therefore, that kills the ambition, that kills the drive, that kills the motive. And therefore, this is how you get a Jermall Charlo who's just sitting around waiting. He's so inactive, I think they're afraid to put him in with anybody. That's why I think they pulled him out his last fight. Because they thought he was going to lose. And they need him to maintain to be a champion so they can try to sell to the Canelos of the world or what else. But see, Canelo's career taking a dive didn't just mess up Canelo plans. It messed up Al Haymon's and PBC plans. Because they can't move nothing because everybody's backing everything about getting a Canelo fight. And for the most part, even though we was complaining about Canelo Alvarez not wanting to fight the best, there's one point of his fans that was actually accurate. These guys got to mix it up. And I've always maintained that Al can actually give you some good fights. He was forced to give you Caleb Plant, David Benavidez. That's why you got it now, because he know he got to give you something. So he gave you the lesser of all the evils. Caleb Plant, Benavidez, Ben should have happened. But then again, at the same time, to be honest, David Benavidez's manager was talking something else. David Benavidez has always been game. I'm not talking about David Benavidez, but his manager was talking about, hey, you need to pay us this to take that kind of fight. You need to pay us this to take the Andre fight. So I just want to be accurate and know that I'm aware of that and it is on my mind. But this is the future. This is what it's going to be like. And this is not good for boxing. And that's what people are talking about. Yeah, I thought they was giving Al Haymon a hard time because, you know, he's a minority promoter in the game, and you know how the scenario goes. You know, is as soon as somebody of color coming to some type of power, it's always going to be extra scrutiny. But this is the thing: he fed into the scrutiny by doing what they was actually saying that he was doing. Now you have to admit the man fucking the game up. Because if you got all those names and you ain't trying to fight none of them, and other people under other promotional companies need access to those fighters, these guys need rivals. I understand he tried to take over boxing, but it didn't work. Okay? We all know that they're trying to get that reimbursement money, but it ain't looking good. So before the ship went down, Adrian Broner cut out. Smart man. Terrence Crawford, Bob Arum on that Jazz, he cut out. Smart man. Now look where they landed. So if anything, you need to take those two as an example of striking it out on your own, taking the responsibility, and doing what you need to do for what's best for you in your career. And you see how it pays off. That's why I wish them dudes well. I wish Black Prime well. I hope they give us what the other ones are not giving us. And yeah, we talked about Bob Arum, but Bob Arum is still putting out some good cards. Everybody else is doing better than what PBC and Al Haymon is doing. That's just the truth. But if you want to know the future of PBC fighters, when you see Jermall Charlo, you staring dead at it. And I will always say this, and I will end it with this, because you are talking to somebody. I've constantly said it. I was a Charlo fan. I am still a Charlo fan. I'm just more of a Jermell Charlo fan. But the fact that you couldn't make stars out of these two boxers lets you know something. See, it's one thing if you help and promote these guys and build them up. You guys are not even building them up. Okay, of course they don't know how to build themselves up to a certain degree. Not all boxers know how to do that. They need a little help. Not everybody is Blair Cobbs. You know? But the point is, you ain't even promoting these guys, but you had two twin boxer champions. How could you have not sold that to its highest degree? I could have, and I know I could have. That's an attraction just right there. They had the attitude, they had the charisma, they had it to where it would carry, whether people liked them or hated them. Either way, they was gonna come watch them fight. Whether you think they're mad all the time or not, it still played into the benefit of them because it got them attention. So that's when I knew it was the issue. I was like, how are these two guys not mega stars? They're both talented. It's not like Jermall is not talented. Jermall is talented. Just like Jermell is talented. They're not bad looking dudes. And they can keep your attention because they be fooling. That's no different from what Jake Paul is doing. Am I right? What he doing? Fooling. Talking crap. The same thing Charlo's did. You know what I'm saying? Except it was real with it. So when you look at Jermall, you just looking at a man who followed the Al Haymon plan, and look where he's at right now. On top of him not being ambitious himself. This is why people like Adrian Broner was out. And speaking of Adrian Broner proves everybody wrong. You think you got to remain undefeated to get a payday? No, you don't. The only thing you got to be is an attraction. Something that Tyson Fury understands, something that Blair Cobbs understands, it's something that Teofimo Lopez at the time understood. And that's the big piece about the game. That's why when people say, sir, they're stars. They're nowhere the star that they could be if they actually show personality. And that's one thing I actually encourage Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford don't gotta act a fool, but what I knock Terrence Bud Crawford is, Terrence Bud Crawford got a YouTube channel that I constantly wait on just to see if he uploads something, and they just stop. I want to see how the champ train. I want to see him fool and clown on Bo Mack. I want to see him burn donuts in the street and all that stuff. I'm interested to see that about Crawford. But these guys don't do anything outside of boxing. It don't take much to hire somebody, say, hey, film us, edit this, put this stuff out so my fans can have something when they can't see me or when I'm not boxing. What's so hard about that? It's not, but that's the only area that I knock on. I'm a fan. I want to see some Bud Crawford content because we definitely can't get you all the fights that we want to see you in. So make up for it in another way. You know what I'm saying? That keep us interested. Same thing. These boxers don't keep up with their YouTube channels, and they really should. And you want to know why that they should? Why everybody want to get down and snuggle up next to Jake Paul? He's a YouTuber, so it just shows you the power of YouTube. So utilize it. That's my thoughts on this. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.